Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome to a new day of the Elder Scrolls Arena. We are now fast traveling to where are we going? Something's labyrinth to rescue the daughter of Riverhold. I think. Yeah. So yesterday we had a bit of a big day where quite a few videos were uploaded. There's a little video where I played a whole bunch of Flappy Bird clones. You can go check that out. You can also check out a video where I did a bit of a Q&A session and I actually did a face reveal. Not that anyone really cares, except for that one guy that wanted to see my face. Well, there you go, now you've seen my face. Problem solved. You're gonna see my face eventually once we did a YOLO video, a One Life Challenge video that had Connect, because Jack's got a Connect, and some of those Connect games are on the list of the random games that we could be playing, and it's only a matter of time before we get a game that's actually, Connect. But anyway, one way or the other, there you go, you can see my face. Whoop-de-frickin' doodah. But now we're sort of back into business as usual. We finished the mission for Orc's Rest. We killed the ice golem that we've got to turn in at Tordenwood. And then we just got to rescue the daughter at this labyrinth place and drop off Riverhold. Drop the daughter off at Riverhold, then get our bounty from the Lord of Tordenwood, and then we can finally make our way to the Valenwood. Now, what am I going to talk about today? Well, I want to talk about something that's kind of worrying me, actually. I have been a little bit paranoid about this ever since the PlayStation 4 first came out in the West. It's actually only just come out in Japan. It came out on the 22nd of February this year. So it's only like literally just come out. Not that I'm going to buy or anything, but whatever. I've been really worried about the PlayStation 3 PSN store being shut down sometime in the future. There's going to come a time, and this is something that hasn't really been experienced in any console in any previous generation. I guess the original Xbox kind of had it a little bit, but not as much as last gen, as the 360 and PS3, sorry. In that you buy a whole bunch of games on the PSN store or on Xbox Live Arcade or whatever, or DLC or whatever, right? My hard drive in my PlayStation has 110 gigabytes. I've got more than that worth of games in my library that I've bought. So I can't have all the games there at all times. Also, there's games like Gran Turismo and Gran Turismo 5, that is, Skyrim, that the vanilla versions of the game are not quite anywhere near as good as after they've been updated with all the updates that they've got for them. Take Skyrim, for example. If I just had the vanilla version of the game, I'm not talking about DLC, I'm just talking about the patches and updates of the game. I wouldn't have Legendary, the game would be very buggy, more than it is anyway, etc, etc, etc. Gran Turismo 5 is a great example, because it is a completely different game compared to what it used to be. Now, I haven't actually played Gran Turismo 5 in a very, very long time, but I might just have to play it because I hear that the online servers for Gran Turismo 5 are going to be shut down later on this year. So this is kind of like my fear coming to truth, but not entirely. I'm worried about the PSN store going down, meaning I won't be able to download games that I've bought anymore. Which means that if and when that server goes down, then whatever games are on my PlayStation at that moment, that's the games you got. And if let's say I wanted to play Metal Gear Solid 5, or Metal Gear Solid 4, or any of the Yakuza games. When you play these games, the first thing you have to do before you can even look at the game is you need to install a bunch of things. Well, Yakuza especially have to install like the whole game. Originally, Metal Gear Solid 4 was you had to install like each act as you go, and then recently you can have the option of doing like the whole thing in one go. But you know, at the moment, none of those games, none of the Yakuza games or anything, are actually installed on my hard drive. So if there came a time when PlayStation Store went down and my hard drive was completely full and I want to play Yakuza 3, right, I would have to delete one of the downloadable games on my hard drive in order to play it, which would actually mean permanently deleting the game forever. Gone. It's gone. Let's say it's Peace Walker. Metal Solid Peace Walker, and I just delete Peace Walker. It's gone forever, and you can never download it again. Because I could buy a PS4, but I can't download the PS3 games and play them, because PS4 doesn't play PS3. So what do? You know what I do? I go shoot myself, because I just wasted time. The only thing I could think of doing, and I gotta keep an eye on it, because if and when it happens, I gotta be ready, is if and when Sony decides that they're going to shut down the PS3, PSN store, shut all servers down, whatever, that is when I go out and I buy an 800 gigabyte PlayStation 3, download everything, and install everything and update everything, and then just let it die. And then just have the games on my hard drive. And then my old PlayStation, maybe give it to my parents, because it actually technically belongs to them. Because they wanted to buy a new TV, and I convinced them to buy a Sony Bravia, because you get a free PS3 with it. That's why I've got a PS3, otherwise I wouldn't have one. Which is a shame, because it's really handy in Japan. What with me being able to play Japanese games and stuff. And not being anywhere near as heavy as the Xbox 360. That's true. So, what I was thinking... Well, let's go to the article. I've got the article here. You can do a Google search for it. It's pretty easy to find. Gran Turismo 5 is not the only game that's having the server shut down. So let's have a look at them. So, on the 20th of May, the servers for Gran Turismo 5 will be shut down and all online functionality will be removed from the site. Which, in a way, is kind of good, because with Gran Turismo 5 as an example, the menu system and all that is all, like, online. Kind of like the menu system for the 360. So, like, if you've ever, unplugged your 360 or turned off the Wi-Fi, or turned off internet, and used it without that, the menu system goes through so much faster. Because, like, the menu's just constantly downloading, like, ads and shit. And, yeah, Gran Turismo does that. I mean, granted, there's all those seasonal events and cool stuff that you can do. Like, you get the paint chips and you get other stuff. But, you know, whatever. But, yeah, so all online functionality. I mean, as far as playing online, I don't really care, because I never really did it. But since it is going to go down on the 20th of May, I thought I might as well, play the game. Which is going to mean I'm going to need to install it. Which means I need to delete some stuff. I'm going to need to download all the updates, which means I'm going to delete even more stuff and wait 5 hours for it to download. And then we'll play some online. There's a couple of things I've done almost everything in that game. Got gold in all of all the standard A spec and B spec races. Some of the special events I don't have gold in, so we might try to get that. There's an achievement. I think it's the GT record. Try to get that achievement, not that I'll ever get it, and then play some online, and then maybe that'll be it, and I'll just put that game out to pasture, because, well, I don't know, maybe I'll keep the installations there, but without it, like, the game's unplayable. Like, it's not unplayable, it's just, it's a shell. The game, Gran Turismo 5, when it first came out, was like a subpar game. Then, like, thankfully they did all these updates and made it into a really cool game. And I think Gran Turismo 6 is basically that already. I think obviously they're doing this because 6 is out and they want to shut down the 5 servers so they can use the same servers for 6 instead, which I guess I can agree with, I suppose. And then their argument is, well, if you want to play Gran Turismo, buy 6, which is bullshit, but whatever. I guess we could do that. Now, Gran Turismo 5, like I said, Gran Turismo 5 is not the only game that's going to be shut down. Resistance Fall of Man is also going to be shut down. Alright? All 3 Resistance games, 1, 2, and 3, are all going to be killed on the 28th of March, which has already happened. I just realized that. That was yesterday. Well, guys, if you own Resistance Fall of Man 1, 2, or 3, guess what? Can't play it online anymore. Sorry. Sorry about that. Also, MAG and SOCOM games, well, this is old, have been shut down as of the 28th of January, when the servers were shut down. Guess what? MAG and SOCOM don't have a single-player campaign at all. It's all online. So what does that mean? It means if you own a copy of MAG or SOCOM, you might as well just throw the fucking CD out the window, because you can't use it. You can't play online. I don't know if there's I don't own these games, so I'm only really running on the actual news article here. But unless there is a split screen deathmatch or some sort of a serial link deathmatch, you cannot play the game. It's all online. How bullshit! How angry would you be to own a game that you just cannot play because the game just doesn't, like, it's not like, oh, my CD stopped working, like with, I had Soul Calibur 3 and it stopped working, or with some other games. Oh, what was the other game I was talking about yesterday? Yeah. Don't worry about it. So you just can't play the game anymore. How bullshit's that? So let's have a look at here. So as of the 20th of May, you will no longer be able to use the online features for the following PlayStation 3, for the following game, PlayStation 3, Gran Turismo 5. As of the 28th of March 2014, you will no longer be able to use the online features for the following games: PlayStation 3, Resistance Fall of Man, Resistance 2, Resistance 3. As of the 26th of November, oh, 26th of November. Oh, 2013. Okay, this is old. You no longer be able to use the online features of the following game: PlayStation 3 Pain. I didn't even know that game. As of the 28th of January 2014, you'll no longer be able to use the online features of the following games: PlayStation 3 MAG, SOCOM for Special Forces, SOCOM Confrontation. After these dates, you will still be able to play these games offline, with the exception of MAG and SOCOM Confrontation, which do not have offline modes. Wow. All of these games are joining a depressing group of previously retired titles: PlayStation 3, Calling All Cars, The Eye of Judgment, Formula 1 Championship Edition, Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, MotorStorm, MotorStorm Pacific Rift, Race Driver Grid. Jeez, I did not know there were so many games. Lord of the Rings Conquest, White Knight Chronicles, White Knight Chronicles 2, Buzz Quiz TV, Buzz Quiz World, Buzz Brain of, Buzz the Ultimate Music Quiz. Hang on, are there those Buzz Quiz games? Why do they need to be online? Wow. Honestly, I'm quite surprised at GT5. It took forever to make it. It took forever to make, and as soon as GT6 lands, they announce they're turning GT5 off. Doesn't sound like a company that is in it for the gamers, as they are constantly saying at the moment. Wow. That's bullshit. And I think one of those games is actually fairly recent. I think it's Resistance 3? Or is it, no, I think Gran Turismo 5. Came out in 2010. The game's like no more than 4 years old, and it's already like being no longer supported. It's just bullshit. And I'm really worried now. Like, I'm really worried about the PSN store. About, the problem that I was talking about before. If it happens, I'm going to be so sad. And I'm just going to, there's nothing else to it. I'm just going to have to buy a PlayStation with a bigger hard drive. Because what can I do? I tried backing up the game data. No, can't back that stuff up to a USB stick or a hard drive. Doesn't work that way. It's bullshit. Absolute horseshit. The only thing I can think of, but this wouldn't work. But what I was going to say, the only thing I can think of is doing a backup on your PS3. But that wouldn't work because, well, it would work, right? Let's say we download, like, let's say my hard drive's 100 gig, right? Let's say I've got 300 gig worth of games. I download 100 gig, right? The first 100. I back it up. Call it backup 1. I download the second 100 gigabyte worth of games. Back it up. Call it backup 2. Oh yeah, this would work. It would work, wouldn't it? In a way. I download the third 100 gigabyte of games. Back it up as backup 3. Then, if I want to play a game in backup 1, I gotta back up the entire PlayStation to backup 1, which will only include the games in backup 1, not the games in backup 2 or 3. So if I ever wanted to suddenly play a game from backup 2 or 3, I need to then back up the other 2. But that would work. But that's bullshit. That's absolute horseshit, says Leo. God, okay. You know what else I'm actually scared about? Oh god. I didn't even think about this. Borderlands 2. I haven't even finished the DLC and I kind of like playing Borderlands 2 online. If they shut down the online of Borderlands 2, I'm going to be pissed. You know what? They might in the future, but they won't for now. Because when you think about it, they're still releasing like new DLC. Like there's the Sir Hammerlock thing like recently just came out. Or is coming out soon, I'm not sure which. I haven't been paying attention. They're not going to shut down Borderlands 2 anytime soon. But that said, I'm taking a fucking long time to play it. And I should probably play it a bit faster. Because I'm still on Captain Scarlet's Pirate Booty. I haven't finished that DLC yet. And Salvador the Gunzerker hasn't finished the main game yet. That being said, I'm cranking up Salvador the Gunzerker. You might notice, and I'm playing a lot more of Sal. Because, before I came to Japan, it was like 1 video a week. Now, it's, 3 videos a week, and I'm kind of trying to schedule it so that Salvador's like every second week. So that, I'm just charging through the main game, which is what I need to do. Because, I really want to finish the main game before I, start doing other DLC. Because I know the first 2 DLCs aren't very spoiler, but I know the third DLC and the fourth especially is very spoilerific. So I don't want to have any, spoilers, any more than I already know anyway. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, it's kind of sad that a whole bunch of games are having their online stripped, and it doesn't bode well, really. It doesn't. It also certainly doesn't instill a bit of confidence with this, going all online only, especially when the next gen versions of certain games like Metal Gear Solid 5 are online only, and later on down the track, I might never be able to play the game again. That would be bullshit. It would be absolute bullshit. So for now, stay with the discs and stay old gen. Because I'm just not in a position to invest in next gen yet. But when we come back tomorrow, we should hopefully be in... Where are we going? Riverhold? No. You're an idiot. You just came from Orcrest. Oh shit. Okay. So we'll be in the lair. Yeah, we're gonna rescue what's her face's daughter, and then we go to Riverhold. Right. All right. But for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you next